thought I'd jog on just to make an impression. I've no idea who's managed to realise we're live streaming at 10. When we do live stream generally, it'll be 10 o'clock in the morning, so look out for us. I'm managing so many different kind of social media devices that it's not always easy for me because I'm not good, as I've said. Anyway, if you're here, great day, happy day, Monday week 2. Yes, I'm going a little stir crazy, as I'm sure you are. I've got lots of different stuff in this routine. It feeds off what you've done so far, but let me say this now. If you've not seen the video and you're struggling with the videos, always look at the video first and then attempt it. Don't kind of attempt it thinking, oh, that wasn't right for my body, that didn't work. Often looking means you'll learn and means that then the usage of the footage is more successful for you. So here we go. A lot of what we're going to do today will be using the bar if you want to, or your work surface or the chair. A lot of single leg type of stuff, and I'm actually starting with some stretching. I'm going to try and slow down because I understand that I'm quite pacey. All right, let's get started. So it's up to you whether you're standing by a work surface or simply using your mat and the space that you've got ready. We're going to start with the ankle rolls like we've been doing. So exhaling to roll up and back. So get your breathing going. Exhaling up and down. Let the breath fill the whole of the trunk area, as you know. Rolling up and down. So we've all had an hour's less sleep, and today might have been a shock, except I don't think many people are in the workplace, although those that are working harder than ever, it would appear. So as I roll through my ankle joints, tiptoes forwards and down. I was too busy talking, so I did a bit of a river dance moment. Okay. Next time you finish your roll-ups and down, stay with your heels planted, and we go to your squats. So as you squat down and up, you're using your heels to load the body. I'm doing it slowly initially. Just find those squats to get everything moving, blood flowing. Your breath is deep in and deep out. Okay, one more as that. Rise up and you're ready for tiptoes. This time as you go to tiptoes, allow one heel to lower and then the other. So we've already started separating out our legs, getting the body to work with more rhythm from left to right, because you rarely have both feet on the floor in real life at any given time, except when you just stood there yakking. So I'm going from heel to toe, pedaling through the feet, and you can even add a little bit of arms. Now if you're doing this but struggle with mobility, keep holding onto a work surface and carry on with this. And lowering and lifting, keeping that control, breathing and smiling. We talk about smiling the breath out and inhaling and exhaling. Okay, straight into squats. So squat either with your hands forwards, hands across your chest. Keep it so that the rhythm is there with your breathing and the movement. As you sit into your squat, you're waking up the area at the back of the seat area, hamstrings and glutes. Keep the breath to make the rib cage expand and contract. All right, and then we go straight into pedaling. So pick up one heel, and we're going to take it a little bit faster. So if you pick up the pace as though you're having a bit of a jog on the spot, because there's no jog, and breathing, making your breath last longer and longer and longer and longer. If you can't hear yourself breathe, I certainly can't. Okay, I'm going to do another 4 breaths here, 3 breaths, 2 breaths, and last one, and straight into the squat. Now here's the change. I'm in my squat, so make sure your squat's a good one. Stay in your squat, put your hands on your hips, pick up your right heel to tiptoes, and then do your pedaling in this squat. Initially, at a pace, and then slow it down. Okay, so this is what it should feel like. Your hips will feel as though they're relatively level, but you've got to really push down into one heel, so the heel that lands, push into the heel. So feel, press against the floor as you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. So again, we get an alternating hamstring connection. Your seat connects from one side to the other. If you can't feel that connection, you're not sitting into your heel. It's heels, not toes. So one foot goes light onto tiptoes as the other takes the load. Okay, stay on the right hand side and just see if you can connect that right hand load through the bum hamstring with the left leg toes and change. Get that connection, breathing and breathing and breathing, and change. Do another 3 or 4 positions with the right heel down, get used to and familiar with the pattern, and then switch with the left heel down. If you want to put your hands on your thighs, you can. If your hands naturally go to the floor and it works into your hamstrings, stay, and you can do your pedaling here. So as you pedal in your hamstring length, you should get a big stretch going up into your seat. Okay, we're just going to do 2 or 3 more, keep the head hanging, and then when you stay down this next time, take both hands to your right ankle. If you're halfway down, take both hands to the knee. Whichever way, you'll take one hand backwards, the outside hand goes up to the ceiling. Have a look at this position if you've never done it. Both hands are to one side, and then the outside hand goes up. I let my head hang, I keep my legs bent, and then we go back to centre. Watch again, both hands to one, slide your arm up, let your head hang, breathing, and sliding back again. Pushing into my heels, I roll the spine back up, and I'm ready up into my standing position. Warming up the side body, so you're going to take your legs, just side tap, or step together, step apart. So step together, step apart. Whichever way, mobilising through the hip. I decided to do a bit more mobilising before doing the main body today, so we're nearly done. Next time you find yourself, you're going to take one leg to one side, so now you're in wide legs. Remember, you could be at your work surface facing one hand on a chair. Find your squat, and in that squat position, if you're not using the bar or a work surface, put your hand on your knee and see if you can get both sit bones just reaching out. I'm not trying to develop anything here, I'm just opening through my hip, feeling the load through my heels, breathe. In and breathe out and return and straighten your legs. We'll do the same side again. You go down into your squat, sliding your hand along whichever leg you're there. You take your arm up, big breath in, and smile your breath out. Have a huge breath in. You can deepen the plie if you want, and coming back up. Once more to this side. So you're going down. Take your arm up, huge inhale to fill this area with a volume of air. But then the breath out can utilise for this side bend stretch along with activation of the obliques, and come back up, ready for the other side. So you take it into your position, check everything, your hand, all the work surface, breath out, bend you sideways, inhaling and standing up, exhaling, inhale, you're upright and filling the volume of air in the cavity here. Exhaling, you're utilising the space to create a bend with all the right muscles, and you're coming back up again. We'll do one more. So this is you mobilising the hip, the side spine, and making the breathing muscles connect with the bending muscles. Breathe. And once you've done that, find a stretch. If you're comfortable in this position, bend both legs, push your hands against your knees, and forwards bend. Down as far as you want to go. Reach your hands to the insides of your hips. Push your hands to the floor. It really. And then tucking the bottom under, slide the posture back, roll through your spine all the way, and bring your legs together. So that was your warm up. The next position you're going straight into is your hands and knees. I'm going to warm up your shoulders. I did a bit of this yesterday. I'm going to try and get it so it's standard. So you find your all fours. Using the space you've created and the mat you've got or your towel. First position I want to do is a wide chest press, not forward. Okay, that was your last one. Now we're straight into your cat stretch. So exhale and forwards round the spine. So rolling, flexing the middle of you. Breathe in, that was your bending muscle, breath out. And inhale, exhale and into your opposite. Have a huge inhale into this massive range of movement that's hollowing your back and pulling your collarbones wide. Exhaling, collarbone, roll, head, neck, shoulders, and you're in a stretch. Okay, go back to all fours now in terms of neither one extreme nor the other. We've got thread the needle. Take your right hand and have it so it's just hovering behind your other arm. Big breath in. Exhaling, I'm going to smell the breath out as I thread this needle, pull my right shoulder down in the direction of the floor and push back up again. And I'm going to go to the other side. I take it, the arm bends as you go down and back up again. Keep going. So we take the arm under, you use your breath out, your ends, your outside shoulder area lowers the floor without twisting the hips, and your breathing brings you back up again. Changing sides. Exhaling. Inhaling and back. Let's do once more. So what should happen is the facet joints, that's your upper spine bony processors, should get a little chance to reorganise themselves. You need to know that I hear lots of clicking as my upper thoracic area finds its alignment, is the truth. Okay, another new stretch. First of all, just come off your hands so that you're not taking too much load through your wrist. We don't want that either. But your next stretch position is a new stretch. Listen to my cueing. I'm going to pull my right knee forward under me and my left hand towards that knee. I'm then going to breathe in, and as I breathe out, tuck my bottom under, bend my elbows and lower into a stretch. Repeat, keep the same side going. So I've got pelvic tucking under, bending and back. Keep that going if you're in there. You've got your right knee in and your left hand in. So you've created a staggered arms and knees position. The breath out is the bending breath. The elbows bend, the hips bend, the middle spine bends. Just do one more and then take the legs back to where they should be. Now it's the left leg forwards, the right arm in, and I repeat other side. Exhaling. What will you feel doing this? The lower back tight from the pelvis all the way to the back of the ribs. Should get a pleasant stretch. Remember breathing out muscles to make this not a breath but something that the breath initiates. One more, breathe out, bending your elbows, bending, 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 and then you're back. Okay, we're going to do a quick movement onto forearms. So waking up, stability muscles, go onto your forearms, fist in your hands, fist together, sorry. And pyramid your body and inhale and lower down. Breathing out, up you go into pyramid, inhale and down. Breath out. Remember in this position, your shoulders are forward to your elbow joint. So your weight travels forwards through the upper body and it travels skywards through the lower. Another stretch, and my leg goes to wherever it goes. I'm then going to breathe out. Elbows bend, I sit backwards as far as my knee joints allow, and come back up. This is a lovely stretch. Breathe out. If you keep your toe to the ceiling, you'll get even more as part of the inner thigh, the adductors. Exhaling, down we go. Inhaling and back. Out. Shall we do one more? I think it's quite pleasant. It's your stretch into your inner thigh and some of the hamstring heads. And other side, here we go. Get comfortable. Remember, do things at a time. So rather than just suddenly sitting your bum back, feel the breathing out lead you and notice what's to the leg. There should be nothing in your lower back. Everything should be happening groin, inner thighs, and quite a bit of hamstring if you're quite tight. Just do two more. And last one. Bend your elbows, fold in your hip area and come back. Okay, come off your legs and you're ready to lie on your back. Lying on our back, we'll warm up the lower back too. So get everything ready. start with hip rolls and then abdominal curls. Arms to by sides, big breath in, exhaling, roll through your hips, and breathe in, breathe out and roll back down. Okay, breath out to roll the hips and the spine up, and breathing in to pull everything back down. Because of all the stretching you've just done, this should be quite easy to get in there. You've got one more. Breathing out, you'll roll everything up. It's a smiling breath out, look for parallel thighs and knees. In, exhaling. Inhaling and lowering the spine down. Breathing out, up we go, inhaling and down. You've got one more of your abdominal shoulder rib cage rolls. Once you're here, stay and breathe in 2, 3, 4 and out 2, 3, 4. Now pick up your right leg, put your left hand behind your head, and you've got your oblique up in the direction of your right thigh, left armpit, right thigh, or vice versa, if indeed you're doing the other way around. 2 more. If you don't breathe, you're not going to change anything about your trunk stabilizing system, and your stress will remain high. Okay, ready to go to the other side. I've now got my left leg up top. I'll breathe in to prepare, breathing out, rolling the rib cage, that sense of a diagonal pull in the opposite hip bone direction. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. Just do 2 more. It feels pleasant. You can tell you're warming up muscles and mobility movement patterns. Okay, when you've done that last one, we're going back to hip rolls. On the breath out, up you go, and inhale down, keeping your right leg in tabletop. So making the opposite leg work harder. So remember, everything in this workout is trying to get you working more single-sided. One side of the body doing the load, the other side contributing with stabilizing. Just do 2 more. And as you lay the spine down, lengthening it as you go, ready for the other side. Remember, if that was in your back, keep both feet down and don't try and do it with one leg up in the air. Exhaling, remember your pelvic floor, your oblique connects, and up you roll. Inhale and reach the spine back down. Breath out. I sometimes find, because I naturally twist, if I keep one hand on my knee, that's of the leg that's in the air, it helps the oblique system connect, okay? So I've got my left hand on my left leg, because my left leg's up in the air, as I roll with the breathing up. Last time, exhaling and inhaling down. Pull both knees into your chest for a moment. The next sequence is really an abs switch on. It's some semblance of single leg stretch, maybe double leg stretch. We'll see where we go. Okay, so I'm going to keep both feet off the ground. I'm going to keep my legs in tabletop. Breath out, I'm going to curl up and then straighten one leg and lower the leg away. I've got both hands now with the leg that's up in the air, and I'm going to switch and switch. You can do a little pull, pull with the leg towards you and switch. Pull, pull, breathing, exhale, sniff, sniff, exhale, pull, pull. Okay, if it's in your neck, simply put your head down, and you can do this curling up for the pull and lowering down, curl up for the pull, lowering down, curl up for the pull. All that matters is that as you separate your legs out, you've got your breath out because that's the rolling phase. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and stay. From that position there, frog your legs. So I've now got my heels together. Put your head down and watch this. Heels are together, knees are turned out, your frog legs. Exhaling now, curl. Extend the legs that are in turn out, and then inhale, bend the legs as you roll your spine down. Breathe out, nod the chin, rolling curl. Abdominals are flat. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, look at your pelvis as you roll back down. Exhale, look for your pelvis as you roll back up. Inhaling. Now take both hands behind the head and think of those butterfly elbows. Elbows are wide open on the downwards phase. They close like wings on the upwards reach. Breathing out, I pull my elbows together as I send my legs away into the turned out straight leg position. Okay, the next time you curl up, stay. And then transitioning from here, reach your arms and you're going to do a little bit of a ballet moment. Now, if you need your head down, place it down. If you want to curl up, curl up. But I'm doing that whole alternating. You can have one hand behind your head. You can actually make the move travel down and back up. Maybe that was a better cue actually. So I've got one hand behind my head. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, curl. I travel 3 beats down in turn out. I travel 3 beats back to base. Head down. We'll do that again. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last time. Curling. 1, 2, 3. Tight, tight, tight. Knees into the chest. And there you go. Okay, from that position there, going to get into side plank. So we start off with true plank. Just take a breather. In true plank, you're going to end up with one leg, then your second leg. Check your space, breathe, find your bum cheeks, pull them up and through the hip bone area, and then turn to your side. Have a big breath in, and then breathing out, back and over to your other side. Breathe in, breathe out, and go back to plank. Everyone take your knees down, and we're going to add on next time. So quick stretch off for the lower back, big breath in. Watch this one if you can't do it, just have a look at it. So we're in plank, big breath in. Breathe out, I'm onto single arm. Now I've got the ability to lower down and to come all the way back up, and then to turn. I breathe, and I'm ready to go the other side. Exhale, lower down through the hips, come back up, go back to plank, lower your knees down and stretch. And I'm going to add something else. So you're in plank, you're on side position, so facing the camera I presume. Put your hands, so you've got your hand in front of your other hands. I've got staggered hands, and then push up, reach for your back knee, come back down and lower. Breathe out, up, reach the hips up, reach for your back knee, pull through your armpit lats and serrats, and lower. Breathe, up with the hips, head under, hand to knee, pull through the shoulder back down, and let that go that side. Take yourself to a stretch. You're breathing, you're in shell stretch. Are you ready for the other side? So we take the plank position. Breathe, feet are apart. I'm on the sides of my feet, they're split. I'm going to take my hand down, lower my hips down, and then push all the way up and reach my hand to my knee. I come down again, hand near the hip, and back up again, pushing through the lats. Pull my hand up to my back leg, push my hips up, and pull everything down. Big breath in. Exhaling. Lift the hips, lift the hand, find your lats, pull down into your side bone. One big one, inhale, and it's a push with both hands up. Reach your hand to your knee, pull back down, open through the chest, and once again, into your shell stretch you go. Keep breathing and breathing. And a final movement is going to be you lying on your front. So lying forwards, put your fists together and put your head initially on your forehead on your hands. Fists are together, legs are reaching. You can, if you want, have your head to one side if that helps. But initially I want to get you connected to your bum and your hamstrings here. So my pubic bone is dominant, my hip bones, I've got this gap. My rib cage is switched on to pull the oblique in. And as I keep my head to one side, I'm going to let that leg lift and then the other leg. So this is a reaching move. where you reach the leg away. You're doing it, it's such a small move. Use the breath out to connect your core and then let your leg reach. Breath out and in. Breath out. Don't rush this one. It matters that you keep it absolutely through the hamstrings, the glute, and nothing here. Okay, from there we're going to now add the arms, so you can take your arms by your sides, nose to the mat. Exhaling, pull your shoulder blades together, find your bottom muscles and roll the spine up. Breathe in, breathe out and down. Inhale. It's your cleavage that reaches forwards, not your chin. You breathe in and back down. If that's too intense, keep your hands down as you prep your upper spine for better movement quality. Breathe. It's the breath out that allows me to pull my cleavage up, forwards and back down. One more. Okay, we're going to finish with your head down. Put your forehead back onto your hands and you're going to let both legs lift and lengthen and lower. Can you see how small a move that is? Exhaling, my legs are reaching and returning back. This is appropriate if in doing this, the load of both legs reaching lands straight into your hamstrings and glutes. It's such a small move that leads to swimming prep, and ideally it's nothing to do with anything but your back of the thigh and then the front of the abdominal area as it stabilises as you move. Okay, you've got one more, and when you've done that last one, put your hands by your armpits, pull your knees forwards and stretch. So that last move is something I want us to be able to learn. I might do a bit of a workshop on it just so that in Pilates we often use the box because it's so hard to get people not using their lower back, so we hang them over a box. But I think if we're here for the long haul, let's try and get you knowing what your level is so that when you do attempt anything lying on your front, you can actually get to the right area. So anything lying on your front wants to end up in your upper thoracic area and across your shoulder blade area. It wants to stretch through the front of the hips, but really activate here, hamstring glute, with the stability coming here. There are some actually lovely things we can do if we can do it safely, and it means our programming can become a little bit richer and more variety. Anyway, all that remains for me to say is, it's been a 30-minute moment and it goes so quick I can't believe it. I hope you loved it. I hope that you're finding you can keep moving, but most of all that kind of we stay sane. We need as teachers feedback. If we're not giving you what you want, then just text us. You don't have to WhatsApp us. Text us and say, could we have more of X? We are really trying in the next 14 days to provide a more all-encompassing program really. So some videos were done yesterday for people that can't go to the floor. The warm-up I did today is for people that can't go to the floor. You just walk away at that point. All right, you can switch off your devices, let us know what you think and feel, and stay safe, stay well. And if you, for some reason, are unwell, we'd love to know as well, because we want to keep track of where everyone's at. Happy Monday of week 2 to you all.